All right, thank you. All right, today's our topic is accountability and professionalism. What do you know about accountability? What do you think? What is accountability?
Your actions.
Mm-hmm. Your actions.
Like keeping each other accountable for their work or
Yeah.
being on time.
Coming to work.
Coming to work. Whatever you sign for,
Assignments,
you do
right.
that. That's your accountability, right? Okay, the proper definition is accountability is consistently delivering a result by given time and owning those results. Means I can just say like you're assigned to do today your med tech and you passing your meds, right? That's your task. And when you finish, you owning that, whatever you did, that's your accountability, right? And we're talking about accountability and professionalism. It's all both goes together. And if we saying like, if you're accountable, you're professional, right?
Yeah.
Because it make a big deal in that portion when we're talking about professionalism.
Right.
What is professionalism?
The way your appearance,
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah,
Your
how you
attire,
dress
your
up,
how you speak,
how you
yes.
talk, right?
Everything.
How you talk to others, how you speak, that is your professionalism, right?
How you come up and
Yeah.
encounter
And
people.
especially for us, working in healthcare, it's really important because we have to be showing our accountability and professionalism all the time because we're dealing with our residents, families, vendors, and all, right? That's it's really important for us, and we'll be talking about practice professional behavior, understand how professionalism and accountability improve an organization. Means our organization, whenever people come, if we not wearing our badge, right, and we not wearing proper clothing, you see somebody come up with the leggings and or the jeans, or like if for you have to look professional, especially like when you sign up for the job and you get that the code, the dress code, right? You just to follow that. And that's what we're going to talk, and we're going to contribute to their facility culture of accountability and communicate effectively to ensure accountability. Say Julia, she's here and she's accountable for checking, auditing your medications every day, and she said she will do it, and then something happened, she got busy, she knows she's supposed to do, she's accountable for that, but she's not able to. But what she's going to do it, she's going to communicate with me, right?
Yep.
You know what? I know I'm supposed to do that, but I got distracted or I got busy with other stuff and I'm not able to finish today, or maybe I can help. That's our accountability. If you don't know how to do it, or if you need some help, you speak up. You communicate your, what you're supposed to do. You are accountable. If we're not communicating our work, like if not able to do it, but you were assigned to give shower to someone, but you were not able to do it, or resident refused, and you didn't do anything, and then afterwards, family come to they ask us like, what you guys did. For us, we don't have answer because there's no communication. That's why it's really important for us to just own what you were assigned to do. Accountability is a measurable, observable, time-limited commitment to others to deliver specified result and remain answerable for the result. Means you are assigned to something, you are answerable also. Anytime they can ask me, I'm assigned, for me, I make sure residents' level of care, like assessments, or if not, I'm able to, or if I'm not able to, but I'm accountable for that. And that's why I have to answer anytime whenever my boss, my supervisor asks me. And that's all. We're just talking with the examples, but that's all what we signed for and what we said we will do it. So being accountable is a choice. That's the we talking about culture of accountability. It's a choice. It's not a punishment. If you don't do it, this will happen. No. This organization that encourage independent action, celebrate success, and ensure lessons are learned from mistakes are taking the first step toward creating an accountability culture. That's what I said. You're not able to do it? It's okay. Happens, it happens. It's real life. Things happen. We're not able to do it, but we have to communicate. That shows our accountability. People depend on us. Residents depend on us when they are waiting for medication. We're not able to, or when you come on your shift and you did all your tasks what were assigned for your shift, end of the shift, you finish everything, then you feel yourself, look, I'm accountable, I did everything what I supposed to, and I report to my supervisor. How you report to your supervisor? You document.
Yeah,
We read
signing
it.
off
Yeah,
tasks.
signing off your task. And just to whenever we talking about this accountability, we have to ask ourselves, do I regularly do what I say I will? I mean, once a while it happens, you're not able to finish your task, but not every day, right? That's what for us, we have to ask, do I regularly do what I say I will? Does my work meet the facility's established standard of timeliness and quality? Do we do our work which show quality? Do others believe they can count on me? We have to ask ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm working with her and she's accountable. When I go, I say something, things are happening. I'm good. I know my team member is accountable and they will do it. And if they not, they will report to me what was the problem. That's why this is really important. This shows your professionalism also, because what we're doing. That's the how it affect our reputation. Because if we call our family members to, okay, I'll call you end of my shift, or when I get this report, I'll call you, and we don't call, we're not accountable. And then they calling everywhere on every phone, like, okay, what is, like, nobody call me. We don't want that. That's, that is big impact on our reputation. When my action or decision lead to an error or unwanted result, do I step up and acknowledge my mistake? Do we do that? If you made a mistake and you said, you know what, we should, right? Yes, thank you. And accountability starts with the clear understanding what is expected from you. When we come to work, we have to know that what our community, what my supervisor, what our residents are expecting from us. If you know what they are expecting, then you will do your task.
Right.
Yeah. When you're saying you're going to do something, do you mean it? Are your commitments are realistic? Do you ensure you understand what's expected of you? If you realize that you cannot keep a commitment, do you communicate this in timely manner? That's how I said.
Yeah.
Do you ask for help when making commitments and working on them? Right? Say our new team member, we assign them the resident with the Foley catheter. They never worked in healthcare before. They never knew what to do.
Right.
What their accountability is to ask a supervisor or a nurse, like, okay, I never worked on this. Can you show me? And it will help a lot, because the nurse will give a demo, like, that's how you do. You learn from that, and then next time you'll be able to do it. But if we don't communicate, then how we know? That is really important for us to just know first, like, okay, I'm expecting Mandeep she's a new, and I'm expecting her to take care of all our second floor. But is she all aware about our residents? Does she know? And that's why it's really important for us to just know our expectations, what our community or supervisor is expecting from us. Accountability, professionalism, and teamwork. It all goes together, right? To do well as a collective group of accountable professionals, a team must have clear goals. We must have clear goals. Like how I said, if you have to know what is your expectation, and you also have to know what is, okay, this is my, my boss or my supervisor is expecting from me this, and this is my goal,
Right.
right? We have to have our goal. And then trust, willingness to assist each other and with good morale. Each team member must feel as though he or she contributes something important. We are all important. We
Yeah,
have
we
to
all need
feel
each other.
important, right? And take the following step to ensure your team's success. Plan. First, we found out already this is what my supervisor is expecting from me, or this is my job required from me to
Right.
do something, which one we signed when we got
Okay,
this
we
job,
found.
right? And then after that, you know your goals. If you don't know your goals, then you can't work. You have to, like now they were working so hard around 1 o'clock. They know, okay, 1:30 we have in service, we have to be there. That's how you plan. That's how we plan anything. We're just giving different examples, but that's how we plan. And then educate. How I said before, educate. If you don't know anything, ask your supervisor. You educate others and you
Yep.
get education from others. And then monitor. Monitor, a team should observe progress through discussion, feedback, and review. When we say when you leave and you did your POC and everything, and for me, I just review and I monitor that, your task, and then that's the monitor. And then troubleshoot. Troubleshoot when I said, this is our expectations, this is the goal, but something happened and we were not able to finish our goal, and then we need to find out why. What was the problem? Why I was not able to finish my task? Then we have to troubleshoot. Like, okay, we were short with the team members, or there was too many assignments or something. We need to figure out why. And everybody's feedback is important to finish that task. And then we listen. Listening is really important. That goes in accountability. It goes in professionalism. Professionalism, this is the first step. We have to listen to someone. I see sometimes you're trying to tell something and then the person already made a judgment and we know what you're going to say. You don't know. That's why it's really if we want to talk, we need to listen first.
Always.
Yeah. And listening is important. And if you're confused, wait for the person to finish their what they're talking and ask afterwards. Don't interrupt. Like sometimes somebody's telling you in the stand-up and we telling in general, and somebody have not happy and they start talking right that minute. Which one is affecting everybody's communication? Because for that statement is suitable for everybody, but not for one person. Well, we can talk. That's why how we say all the time, if we need to talk when we do stand-ups, we talk general. We don't talk for specific individual, about the care or plan of care. We can do that separate meeting because we have to talk general when we as a team, and we need to listen. Be honest whenever you say something. This go back to being accountable. Own your mistakes. If you made a mistake, say it. And then be understanding. We have to make, understand each other from their point of view. Why they saying that? Say, if I'm saying that, I have to think from your point of view also when you're working, then how you going to do it, right?
Yep.
We just have to help each other. And then don't be defensive. This is a major problem here in our team. You can't say anything to anyone because they get defensive. They're thinking you're attacking on me. This is not like that. And then just say, you have a problem with the team member. You went to your supervisor and you explain everything what happened. And then next day you come and oh, nothing happened here. Nobody does anything. Nothing happened. But you don't know.
Yeah.
Your supervisor not supposed to tell you what
Right.
happened afterwards. That's their job to investigate, talk to that person, and do everything. That's why we can't just assume like, okay, nothing happened. Sometimes, like, when we say, I know sometimes they'll say, like, count me in. Like, if she says something and she forgot, and okay, oh, you said last week, where are we? That means we are counting each other accountable. Yeah, for our actions. I had we had recently we were dividing our job duties, and I said, well, the wellness team will scan all the orders, and I forgot because I was awaiting response from other party to see like can we do or not, and it just while Amber told me like, Sarah, like are you doing that? Then I'm like, okay, I appreciate her because she made me aware.
Right.
And rather than, then you thinking like you telling me what to do. No, we have to just keep
Teamwork.
each other accountable, then we can do the work.
Like Mandy, she reminded me to
Yeah,
do something.
that's why it's really important. That's why just don't be defensive. Just try to understand from other person's point of view. When you face with the challenges, it's easy to fall into trap. Okay, if we fail to do something, what we try to do blame game. Blame game means, oh, she didn't do it. That's why I didn't do it. She told me to do it, but I was not doing. That's blame game. Yeah, the blame game is the negative. When we start that, in an accountability culture, there's no blame or punishment. There's no blame. If somebody said like, why are you telling me? Sometimes they're joking like, oh, I know. But from inside, they are appreciating you because, otherwise I was going home and I'll be thinking like, oh gosh, I didn't
do
finish
that.
my work. That's
I
why
hate
it's
going home.
always good when we remind each other, and we have to appreciate if somebody's reminding you. It's not they telling you what to do. They just counting you accountable, and we have to say thank you to them rather than saying like, oh, she's telling me what to do. That's we have to change our attitude. Use your accountability language to help you make and keep commitments. I want to mention that for night shift, we don't see them, right? And face to face, I mean, we say once a while, but most of the time when we come, they leave. And how we know they are accountable? How we know they are accountable? Their accountability. Yeah, their work. Their work shows. Their work shows. We had one employee, and whenever she was working, and everybody, she worked last night. Like how? Because her work shows. Every resident took shower, they're dressed up nice, and the male resident is shaved already, and they just look. You come in the morning, you will be like, wow, this team member was here. You don't have to just know. You don't need to check the schedule. You just know, like, oh, she worked last night. And sometimes, like, you say, okay, one resident, they didn't get shower, or this resident assignment was not done, then that shows their accountability because they're not accountable. Anyone, I'm just saying, my meaning was not for knock shift. I'm just saying, like, we don't see each other, but our work shows our accountability and commitment.
In different shifts and stuff.
Yeah, everywhere. And most of the time, we talk to each other, but our work shows. You don't have to tell anyone what I do. Your work shows. Professionalism and accountability are critical. Your accountability is a direct reflection on your reputation as a professional. It contributes to a reputation of your organization. If we all do that, we all look professional, we all feel we like do our accountability, then our organization is going to shine, right? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.